Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Courtney. If you're returning, welcome back. Quick shout out to everybody over on Patreon for their support. And if you're watching this video with military affiliation, thank you so much for your service. Y'all, we are finally here. We are at the end of season 3. Babies, we got all our yesterdays and Turnabout Intruder, okay? Now, really quickly, okay? I'm going to get this out of the way now so I don't have to do it at the end of the video. I know I say we don't waste time over here, but this is important, all right? So here's the thing. I was excited about getting into the movies, but then I realized, because a couple of y'all reminded me, the animated series, which is only 22 episodes. So my question for y'all is this. I know I usually upload only on Sundays, okay? Because I'm really trying to get to these movies. I was like super excited to get into them in the month of August, that is the plan. However, I just want a little bit of feedback from y'all. You know, just tell me what y'all are thinking. Because the animated episodes are so short, how many would y'all like in a video at a time? Okay, now remember, I gotta edit these down, okay? So, and they are short, so it shouldn't take me long to just edit down one episode. But let me know, throw some ideas out at me, and we'll go from there. But you guys are definitely going to be getting the films in August, okay? Come hell or high water, I'm doing it. So with that being said, we're going to get into these last 2 episodes of the original series, season 3, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the video.
We have calculated that Beta Niobe will go nova in approximately 3.5 hours. Now our instruments show that no intelligent life remains on the planet.
How can a whole planet full of people just disappear?
As many times as this has happened before?
This appears to be an archive or a library of some kind.
May I help you? I am the librarian, Mr. Atos. I had thought that everyone had long since gone.
You say everyone is gone? Where'd they go?
It depended on the individual, of course.
Okay, this is very mysterious so far. Now hold on now.
You may select from more than 20,000 Verizon tapes.
Is he an illusion?
Reference services available at the desk.
No.
You're a very agile man, Mr. Atos. Just how many of you are there?
Right.
Our readings indicated that there was no one here at all.
They followed instructions and are now safe, and you had better do the same.
What about you?
Where did they go?
Wherever they wanted to go, of course.
You are the real one, Mr. Atos.
As a matter of fact, he's quite real, Joe.
Oh, perfect. I was going to say, because the personalities were quite different.
I plan to join my wife and family when the time comes. Just choose what interests you the most.
How long till nova?
3 hours, 13 minutes.
If these won't do, I can bring you another 5.
This is very interesting. Like, it's a really cool concept. He looks so happy.
Exactly what is it that I'm expected to select?
The period in which you're interested. This is the Atava crown. Return and make your selection. When you have chosen, I will prepare you through the Atava crown.
What does prepare mean?
Spock, Bones.
I haven't prepared you.
Oh. All right, costumes.
You must be prepared.
What's this? Clearly they don't care.
What is this place?
The place you picked. So all the people on this particular planet went to different places to get away from the supernova.
Defend yourself.
Ah, where's Mr. Sulu when you need him? Well, I can see he's going to have some allies. And these two are about to freeze to death.
Heating this boulder may provide some temporary heat.
Nope.
I thought I'd be limbered sure when that girl caught me cutting his purse.
You better come back with me to the library. You'll be safe there. Dr. McCoy can see to those bruises.
Where's library?
Right over the...
Yeah. You're kind of stuck, my man.
Where's the captain, Spock? We were right behind him.
Let's make off before coxcombs come with shoulder clappers.
I don't even know what that means.
Jim, can you hear us?
Bones? Spock?
Oh,
Captain, we hear you, but we cannot see you.
interesting. Okay, cool.
Apparently, they've all escaped the destruction of their world by retreating into its past.
There you go.
It's spirits.
No, honey, you're not going crazy.
We're in a wilderness of Arctic characteristics.
He means it's cold.
I discovered a machine which Mr. TOS called the Atavachron, opening time portals to the past. And I am here, evidently, because I stepped through at the same instant as Dr. McCoy.
Yeah, that's what happened.
There's the Mort's accomplice. Arrest him.
On what charge?
Thievery and purse cutting.
That is a mistake. I'm no thief.
Away, away, spirit, and let honest men approach.
Keep talking.
Everybody's in trouble at this point. See, I'd be too through.
Leave me here, Spock.
We go together or not at all.
McCoy, you know we're gonna drag you with us.
You stubborn, thick-headed Vulcan.
Well, at least you know. Oh. Perfect. A person. Could that be someone from the planet who stepped through and happened to choose the Ice Age? Why you would choose the Ice Age, I don't know, but we'll roll with it.
I'll avoid giving him any medication at this time. Perhaps if he's kept quiet and warm, he may recover naturally.
Here's to hoping.
What are you called?
I'm called Spock.
Even your name is strange. Forgive me. I've never seen anyone who looks like you. Why are you here? Are you prisoners too?
Prisoners?
Well, that's not good.
Didn't you come in through the time portal?
Yes, we came through the time portal, but not as prisoners.
The Atavachron is far away, but I think you come from someplace farther than that.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
My home is a planet millions of light years away.
How wonderful. I've always loved books about such possibilities. But they are only stories.
Oh, no, it's very real.
I'm going mad.
I am firmly convinced that I do exist. You are not imagining this.
I've been here for so long, alone. When I saw you out there, I couldn't believe it.
I'm sure, especially in this type of environment.
Is he dying?
No, I don't think so.
You're the thief who talks to spirits.
I'm a stranger. I never saw that woman before tonight. She was being attacked.
And you deny being her accomplice.
Yes, I deny it.
Yeah, he just
I
got
was
here.
reading in the library when I heard her scream.
Uh-oh, is that a crime?
The library? Do you remember where the library is, my lord?
Oh, he's one of the folks.
I believe you to be an honest man.
He's a witch.
This poor man. He's probably wanting to get Kirk by himself. Oh. So they can talk about the library.
What he heard, my lord, were only my friends behind the wall in the library.
Yeah, he knows what you're talking about.
Send for someone learned in witchcraft and let him examine him. I will have nothing to do with it.
No, come back.
I know no vehicles. Yes, I know nothing of this, nothing of these matters.
Okay, in all fairness, I understand why he's acting like this. Because this is a time period where... See? That right there. If you're even a little bit different, you gotta mind your P's and Q's. You gotta be careful in this time period.
Are we in the library?
No, we are still in the Ice Age, but safe for the moment.
What about Jim?
Doctor, you're in no condition to get up. You lie down and rest.
Yep, and stay warm.
Spock. Who is this, Jim?
I was not prepared for the outfit.
He was sent through the time portal to another period in history, much later than this one. Zarabeth, will you show me where the time portal is?
But your friend, he is ill.
I should be able to resolve this problem logically.
Right, I was gonna say that too.
Zarabeth, you said that you were brought here as a prisoner.
My crime was in choosing my kinsmen unwisely. 2 of them were involved in a conspiracy to kill Zor Khan. Zor Khan determined to destroy our entire family. He used the Atavachron to send us places no one could ever find us.
Ah, so that's what was going on.
I can't go through the portal again. If I do, I will die.
Well, okay. That's terrible.
None of us can go back. When we come through the portal, we are changed by the Atavachron. That is its function.
But changed how?
Our basic cell structure is adjusted to the time we enter. You can't go back.
So now you want to tell us?
If you go through the portal again, you will die by the time you reach the other side.
Why aren't you looking for Jim? It is impossible to look for him, Doctor. We cannot go back. When we came through the time portal, it altered our physiological structure. Are you trying to tell me that we're trapped here?
Yes, sir.
5 witnesses heard McCoy's voice speak to me and thought it was an evil spirit. From what I know of witchcraft trials,
They're gonna take you to the gallows to hang.
Give me your cup.
Don't move.
I knew he'd find a way out somehow, some way.
I'm being falsely accused. You know that. There are no witches. Why do you deny it?
What are you doing?
Think about this carefully now.
You came here from the future just as I did. Therefore, you too are a witch.
Do not implicate me.
You cannot get back. I tell you, I must. I had 2 friends with me who are lost in another time period.
He needs to explain to Captain Kirk what's gonna happen if he tries.
The Atavachron has prepared our cell structure and our brain patterns to make life natural here.
That explains how his speech and how he managed to fit in with everybody very well.
Hurry! Hurry!
I think you must be well enough, Doctor, to try the few delicacies this climate has to offer.
Dr. McCoy is making excellent progress.
And Mr. Spock has been practicing medicine without a license now. I wonder where Jim is.
Who knows? We can't get back.
I don't believe it, Spock. It's just not like you to give up trying.
This is true. This is pretty out of character for him.
You want to stay here. Now you listen to me, you pointed-eared Vulcan.
I don't like that. I don't think I ever did, and now I'm sure.
What's happening to you, Spock?
Nothing that shouldn't have happened long ago.
Emotions?
Long ago. Of course.
Wait, is McCoy gonna figure this one out? Okay, I'm excited for this one.
This is where it is. I can't remember the exact spot.
There it is. Well, if his arm went through, or hand went through and nothing happened, maybe they were just told that they couldn't go back. See, he's right there. He's fine.
How much time before the sun blows up?
17 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
You're lucky you found your way back here. Now let me process you through the Atavachron.
Stop.
I'm going to find the exact disc that they were viewing.
Please, go back.
I'm sorry, Mr. Atos.
Please.
Mr. Atos!
I must prepare.
All right, now look here. This is about to get ugly.
I'll let you out in a minute.
Oh,
Still up
great.
to your little game of replicas? Which are you this time, real or not?
I regret what I must now do.
This is a hot mess.
Do you know what it's like to be alone? Really alone?
Yes,
Have something to eat, please.
if it pleases you.
Yeah, his emotional side is really coming through.
This is animal flesh.
Oh, there's not much else to eat around here, I'm afraid.
This will have to do as the only source of nourishment.
He gave me weapons, a shelter, food, everything I needed to live, except companionship. But to send me here alone, if that is not death, what is?
That's a good line.
But insensitive. To send such a beautiful woman into exile. Cold must have affected me more than I realized. Please pay no attention, I'm not myself.
So he's actually snapping out of it?
I have eaten animal flesh and I've enjoyed it. What is wrong with me? I tell you, you're beautiful.
I've longed to hear you say it.
Y'all have known each other for an hour. But then again, I have been looking forward to seeing more of Mr. Spock's human side. I'm not mad at it. Yep, not mad at it one bit. Oh.
You are beautiful. beautiful than any dream of beauty I've ever known.
Have you ever known any? No, hold on a second. Where is McCoy? There are no individual rooms.
I'll see you get to safety.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on now. What is this? Kirk, come on, fight it. Y'all literally have like 5 minutes.
Are you ready to warp out? Aye, Captain. Stand by to beam us up. They were in a frozen waste. I could hear the wind.
It must be the subhidden ice age, 5,000 years ago.
It is.
Sarah Beth is a woman condemned to a terrible life of loneliness. She would do anything to anybody to change that. You said we can't get back. The truth is you can't get back. She would do anything to prevent that life of loneliness.
I can see that.
Go ahead, Sarah Beth. Tell Spock the truth. Tell Spock you killed what he's doing to her.
Ooh, wait a minute. Hold on now. Don't go acting all murdery.
Are you trying to kill me, Spock? What are you feeling? Rage? Jealousy? Have you ever had those feelings before?
Nope, never.
This is impossible.
The Vulcan you knew won't exist for another 5,000 years.
My ancestors are barbarians. Warlike barbarians.
Who nearly killed himself off.
Ah.
Spock, you're adverting to your ancestors.
Okay.
5,000 years before you were born.
I see why this is happening now. All right, because I was completely lost.
I do not know who I am. Can we go back?
I only know that I can't go back.
Well, there's the truth. So he'll run into Captain Kirk.
You think that's the right one?
I don't know.
You must be specific.
I didn't see it.
Well, try calling out.
Spock! McCoy!
You've got the wrong one.
Please, there's no time left.
Well, you should have thought about this. You should have thought this through.
Bones!
That has to be it.
It's Jim. Here we are, Jim.
Follow my voice!
This must be it. Come on, Spock.
Spock, don't you stay behind.
How much time do we have?
Scotty, how much time is there?
You've got to come aboard now. Come on, Spock. Now. Something's wrong.
What's the matter? Why can't he get through?
I don't know, unless it's because they originally went through the portal together.
Oh.
Orders or no, I'm beaming you up first.
No, wait.
Oh, this is infuriating. Come on.
Time is running out.
Spock, you're going to feel so much better when you're back on the Enterprise. Okay, y'all, beam up, beam up.
He had his escape planned. I'm glad he made it.
As you can see, I returned to the present in every sense.
But it did happen, Spock.
Oh, yes, I did. Very much so.
But that was 5,000 years ago. And she is dead now. Dead and buried.
Good point.
It's now or never, Captain.
Beam us aboard.
Woo, just in time. All right, I enjoyed this one. I like the time travel aspect of it. It was very different than what we've seen in the past. So, the idea of being able to go into this library, pick a time from the past, and you can just go there. As long as it was consensual and people wanted to do it, okay, cool, fine. That's perfect, whatever. Now, the part that threw me off quite a lot in this episode was obviously Mr. Spock. Because I kept thinking to myself, is he showing emotion? And yeah, he is showing emotion. And it's just kind of like, what the heck would cause him to do that during this particular time period? Like, it didn't make any type of sense. And then McCoy, he figured it out, which I love for him. It's like, yeah, because we're 5,000 years in the past, the Vulcans haven't developed their strong sense of logic. So you've got that like aggressive, barbarian, emotional-esque type of a personality coming out. So as much as I would have loved for her to have gone with them, I can see why, it's like, she can't, because the whole thing with like her cellular system, it just wouldn't have worked out. But yeah, overall, I did quite enjoy this one, mainly because of the Mr. Spock aspect, because we don't really get to see that out of him unless he's actually, how do I say this? He's been manipulated in some type of a way, because this, it felt more real with the emotions, because like and when I say manipulated, there was the one episode where they went to the planet and everything seemed all perfectly fine and wonderful, and they had like the flowers and stuff that were like killing people, and then Spock, he got infected, if I remember this correctly, I hope I do, and he and that girl were all swinging in trees and kissing and all sorts of stuff. Okay, there's one. The other one with Mr. Spock that I specifically remember, Plato's Stepchildren, where he was forced to kiss Nurse Chapel. I'm just like, okay, can this man have like a genuine moment where it's not like forced and it's something that he actually wants to do? So that was actually refreshing and actually really nice to see in this episode. So I did enjoy that. And while I get that this was one of those like down to the wire kind of episodes, it just, when it comes to the suspense level, it didn't have the same level of suspense that I felt with Commodore Decker. That one still takes the cake for me for like probably like the most suspenseful episode, where I was just kind of like on the edge of my seat, like what the heck is happening. So yeah, there's that. But like I said, this was cool. I enjoyed it. It was actually really nice. The time period that Captain Kirk was in, they really played their parts very, very well. They did. The way that they were speaking and the way that they were, because of the time period and with like the whole witchcraft stuff, I'm just like, Kirk, if you know your history, you know you're going to be hung for that. So I was just kind of like, okay, yeah, Captain Kirk really needs to get out of this situation fairly quickly. So now we're going to move on into the next one, and I hope that you guys enjoy.
The Enterprise has received a distress call from a group of scientists on Camus 2 who were exploring the ruins of a dead civilization. What's wrong with her?
Exposure to radiation.
Ooh, that's not good.
Janice, you must remain absolutely quiet.
Perhaps your presence will quiet her.
Possibly.
I hoped I wouldn't see you again.
I don't blame you.
Wow.
Your world of starship captains doesn't admit women.
I was not expecting this.
I loved you.
You and many other women.
We'd have killed each other.
Oh, he's self-aware. What in the world? Girl, were you faking it? Clearly she was faking it. Now where are y'all about to go? Oh, you're joking. Ma'am, what was the purpose? Revenge? Oh, that's right. She mentioned the whole thing about women and, oh, she's gonna try and take over the dang blasted Enterprise to prove a point.
You had your chance, Captain Kirk. You should have smothered the life in me. Why didn't you do it? You always wanted to, didn't you?
Ooh, his acting is so good right here.
Now, Janice Lester takes the place of Captain Kirk.
I already possess your physical strength. Only this, Captain Kirk, is not afraid to kill.
Now you know the indignity of being a woman. For you, this agony will soon pass as it has for me.
Believe me, it's better to be dead than to live alone in the body of a woman.
Please, y'all come back.
We were too late, Jim. There's nothing could be done.
Was it radiation as suggested?
Wait, he knows about this. He has to.
Did you notice any unusual symptoms while we were gone?
No, nothing at all. She was unconscious all the time.
Beaming her up to the Enterprise would be less harmful than waiting.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think it'd be a good idea. Have both bodies on the Enterprise. Because, Miss Ma'am, you're going to screw up eventually.
Captain Kirk to the Enterprise. Captain Kirk to the Enterprise. Have a medical team standing by to receive the patient. Captain Kirk, out.
Okay, you did that decently.
Mr. Spock, take the ship out of orbit. Resume designated course.
I didn't know you knew her that well.
Oh, yes. Been a long time since I saw her.
I have to keep remembering that that's her.
I shall do everything in my power.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Dr. Lester is certainly a very lucky young person to have escaped.
Oh my goodness, I'm so looking forward to this.
If you allow Dr. Lester to become fully conscious, she'll know what has happened.
Probably no one will believe it.
See, I knew he was aware.
You killed every one of the staff. Now, why didn't you kill him? You had the perfect opportunity.
There wasn't enough time.
I mean, you were making a villain's speech. Technically, you did have time.
You couldn't because you love him.
You want me to be his murderer?
I love the life he led. The power of a starship commander.
Now, where's the medical staff? I know y'all hear this.
I won't become a murderer.
You are a murderer.
Ooh, say it a little bit louder.
Jim, what are you doing here?
I thought my presence might quiet
Wait
Dr.
a
Lester.
second, what is going on with the hair color in the back? I like it.
Dr. McCoy, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to take you off the case and turn it over to Dr. Coleman. Dr. Coleman wants to assume the full responsibility. Let him do it.
That's not how this is done.
Dr. Coleman, didn't you suggest a sedation to rest the patient?
Yes, Captain.
It's not necessary, Jim. Can't you see she's coming around?
Here we go.
A sedative is not wise at this time, Captain.
Nurse Chapel, you have your orders.
Nurse Chapel, follow your instructions.
Man, all we needed was like another 10, 15 seconds.
Really, Vincent. Command of the Enterprise.
Well, you can't keep her, well, him, sedated forever.
At last I attained what is my just due. Command of a starship. Mr. Chekhov, plot a course for the Venetia colony.
Wait a minute, there was somebody else in Chekhov's seat.
Mr. Sulu, set course for the colony.
I point out that Starbase 2 is on the direct route to our destination.
Dr. Lester's condition is increasingly serious. Continue present course. Aye, sir.
Sir, if the diagnosis of Dr. Lester's illness is the critical problem.
See, this is what's going to make her slip up. She's not used to she's not going to be used to Mr. Spock correcting her.
Thank you, Mr. Spock. But the facilities will be of little use if Dr. Lester's dead.
At maximum speed, Starbase 2 would still meet the emergency.
Captain, shall I advise Starfleet Command of the change of plan?
No change of plan has been ordered, Lieutenant.
Starfleet will have to be notified that our rendezvous with the starship Potemkin will not take place as scheduled.
Potemkin? Oh, another one.
Since the captain usually deals directly with Starfleet in these matters, I assumed that my suggestions might be deemed interference.
Yeah, Mr. Spock can tell something's off.
Why are you being so defensive? There's no implied criticism of you in my order to remove you from the case.
A little self-grooming.
And Dr. Coleman was removed from his post as chief medical officer of his ship, as well as flagrant medical blunders.
Yeah, McCoy's definitely not going to put up with this crap.
And I'm asking you to report for an examination.
What?
Because you're off, dude, ma'am.
And erratic mental attitudes since returning from that planet.
You'll never make that charge stick. Any fool can see why you're doing this. I won't submit to this petty search for revenge.
But you will submit to Starfleet regulations.
You sure will.
That the ship's surgeon will require a full examination of any crew member that he has doubts about, including the captain.
Yeah, I guess all your research didn't tell you that, huh? Ooh, perfect. All right, young man. We need to find out, or at least find a way to get people to believe you.
I am not Janice Lester. She did this to me. Now, how can I make you understand?
Captain Kirk, he is in cahoots.
She is suffering from the delusion of being Captain Kirk.
I am not Janice Lester.
Say something only Captain Kirk would know.
She must be kept sedated.
Shall I prepare a mild sedative, Doctor?
Maybe Nurse Chapel is aware of something. Like, I don't know, maybe Dr. McCoy was like, hey, if something weird happens, let me know.
Is a visit by that very kind Mr. Spock to be allowed? The Venetia colony, but isn't the Enterprise going to rendezvous with the Potemkin at Beta Origot?
See?
First, we have to let you recuperate at Benicia.
Nurse Chapel, come on, girl. Put two and two together.
Could I finish it slowly, Nurse Chapel? Well, I promise I'll be good.
Well, I'll be right back. I'm glad you're feeling so much better.
Well, that works.
Yes, well, what worries me most is that Jim seems completely unaware that something is wrong with him.
Are you sure that the captain will comply with your order in his present state of mind?
I'll use my medical authority to enforce it if necessary.
Good luck.
Whatever happened to the captain on that planet must have taken place in the short space of time that he was alone with Dr. Lester. Perhaps a conversation with her might shed some light.
There you go.
Well, gentlemen, I'm here, Doctor.
Spock, Bones, help me. Don't let them lock me away from you. I've got to talk to you.
Talk fast. Talk fast.
Sure. Put her in isolation in a room. Maintain a 24-hour watch. Absolutely no one is to talk to her without my permission.
Yes, sir.
Come on, y'all. Y'all know that's very odd behavior.
The captain said that no one is allowed to speak to Dr. Lester.
Has such an order ever included his senior officers?
I think the captain meant that a guard should be present.
By all means, Lieutenant.
Everything, even your glands, functioning at their usual normal peak of efficiency.
You said I was in perfect condition.
Physically.
Huh. Mentally. Huh. Need to check on that.
The Robbiano dermal optic is crucial. It reveals the basic emotional structure.
Ooh.
You had one once before. Now I need another one to compare with that previous test.
Complete life entity transfer. To my knowledge, such total transfer has never been accomplished with complete success.
Oh, it has today.
Nevertheless, Spock, it is the truth I'm speaking.
Now lower your arms and open your eyes.
If any facts are uncovered, that would be acceptable evidence. The only kind which is acceptable to Starfleet Command and the crew of the Enterprise.
Yeah, this is a good point.
When the Vians of Minara demanded that we let Bones die, we didn't permit it.
Those events have been recorded. They could have become known to you.
All right, Mr. Spock. Very logical.
You are closer to the captain than anyone in the universe. You know his thoughts. What does your telepathic mind tell you now?
Ooh, I like that.
I believe you. My belief is not acceptable evidence. Evidence must be factual.
True. We know.
I'm sorry, sir, but Dr. Lester cannot leave here.
Pinch him.
There is no positive evidence of any disorder.
Do it.
Security guard!
No hard feelings, Bones?
Escape attempt by Dr. Lester.
Quite all right, Ensign. Everything's under control.
First Officer Spock has been placed under arrest. He has conspired with Dr. Lester to take over the ship from your captain.
That is not what was about to happen.
The charges and specifications of a general court-martial on the charge of mutiny.
We have to have evidence that we can examine out in the open.
The one who should be the real subject of this investigation is kept locked away and in isolation. Why? Captain.
Exactly. Why?
She is dangerous only to your authority, sir. The witness, sir. Bring on the witness. Let your officers put the questions.
Mr. Lumley, have Dr. Janice Lester brought here.
Aye, sir.
Perfect. Yeah, you're not going to get away with this.
Dr. McCoy, for the record, will you tell the court your findings?
His emotional and mental state is comparable to the time that he assumed command of the Enterprise.
Mr. Spock, were you aware of Dr. McCoy's findings?
I know them now.
Yeah, he didn't know them then.
Whatever it is that makes James Kirk a living being special to himself is being held here in this body.
However, as I understand it, I am Dr. Janice Lester.
I said the body of James Kirk is being used by Dr. Janice Lester.
There you go. Be very clear.
It was brought about by a violent attack by Dr. Lester and the use of equipment she discovered on Camus 2. To attain a position she doesn't merit by temperament or training. And most of all, she wanted to murder James Kirk, a man who once loved her.
And with the truth revealed that I am not really the captain, then you would be the captain. It is inevitable.
I see how you're trying to twist all this up.
Spock, give it up.
I shall not withdraw a single charge that I have made. You are not Captain Kirk. You do not belong in charge of the Enterprise, and I shall do everything in my power against you.
Nice job, Spock.
Lieutenant Lisa, play back those last two sentences from Mr. Spock's tirade.
You do not belong in charge of the Enterprise, and I shall do everything in my power against you.
It is mutiny. Dr. McCoy, Mr. Scott, you heard it? A recess is declared to be followed by a vote. Silence. You will be silent.
come on, y'all see how crazy this is. See, Scotty knows something's wrong.
It may not be scientific, but if Mr. Spock thinks it happens, then it must be logical.
Yeah, it's very true.
Headquarters has its problems, and we have ours. And right now, the captain of the Enterprise is our problem.
Very true.
Suppose you vote with me in favor of Spock. That means 2 votes to 1, and Spock is free. What do you think the captain will do?
It's a good question.
I don't know.
You know all right. It'll stick in his craw. He'll never accept it. Then, Doctor, that's the time we move against him. We'll have to take over the ship.
Talking about mutiny, Scotty.
Well, this is the time for it.
Aye. Are you ready for the vote?
Yes. I'm ready for the vote.
Play the tapes of the conversation in the corridor.
Then's the time we move against him.
Seriously?
We'll have to take over the ship.
We're talking about mutiny, Scotty.
Aye. Are you ready for the vote?
Ridiculous.
And you're so charged. The sentence: death.
Starfleet expressly forbids the death penalty.
The death penalty is forbidden. There's only one exception.
General Order 4.
The execution will be immediate. Go to your posts.
See, y'all should know right now something's not right. You should all jump him. Get a phaser. Zap him.
Mr. Donnelly, take a little break. Prepare for execution. Go on!
Okay, clearly, if I was on the Enterprise, I would have been by myself trying to jump the captain, but there was still would have been an attempt.
Captain Kirk wouldn't order an execution even if he were going mad.
Exactly.
What difference does it make who he is? Are we going to allow an execution to take place? I'll fight them every way and any way I can.
There you go, Sulu.
You will obey my orders! Will be charged with mutiny. You will obey my orders or...
All right, surprise Pikachu face. Are we good now?
For a moment, I thought I was up on the bridge. Well, if it happens again, I'll fight to stay there.
The bridge is where you belong.
The transference is weakening.
What happened?
For a moment, I found myself back with the prisoners.
The only way to prevent the transference is by the death of Janice Lester.
You must kill her for me.
He's not going to.
I have done everything else for you, but I will not murder for you.
Then do it for yourself.
What is this, reverse psychology?
If Kirk doesn't die, we'll both be exposed as murderers. Does that give you any choice? The dosage should be doubly lethal.
It is.
I don't think he's going to do it.
Kill him! Go!
All right, perfect.
I've lost to the captain. I want you dead. I want you dead. I'm never going to be the captain.
No, definitely not now, Pumpkin.
You are as I loved you.
Kill him.
No.
Can you do anything for her?
I'd like to take care of her.
Of course. Come with me. I didn't want to destroy her. Her life could have been as rich as any woman's. If only... If only...
Ooh, that's pretty. Two good episodes in a row all right now, and to end off season 3, I'm here for it. Babies, let me tell you something. Listen, I understand her frustration. Do I agree with what she did? No. I get it, okay? The opportunities for a female to be a starship commander, it's not possible, and it's extremely unfair. But this is not the way you go about it, my darling. She was unhinged. Not saying that as a female she can't do it. She absolutely could one day, possibly. Well, I don't know if there was like an age requirement. No, there's no age requirement. I'm just rambling at this point. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Obviously not in this time period of Star Trek, but I'm sure later on we will see some women. But baby girl, she had to get herself together. And I get it. We strive to do certain things, and I completely understand it. But this is not the way that you do things. And you know what? I do like the twist, I will say. When Scotty and McCoy were in the hallway, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, play the tape. I was like, what? What do you mean play the tape? And the nice thing about it, too, is that, let's say, for whatever reason, I mean, I know we were in like the last 5 minutes of the episode, but let's say that for whatever reason, when they went to go inject Captain Kirk in Janice's body, let's say that they weren't able to do that or accomplish that, and they weren't able to like switch again, because Janice made the comment, well, Kirk made the comment, y'all know what I'm trying to say, about like wanting to kill Captain Kirk in Janice's body. They could have pulled the tape then, and then Starfleet would have been like, ow, okay, yep, that's all the evidence we probably need. So I did understand the dilemma in this episode with, we need solid evidence. I completely understand that. You would think that Spock being a Vulcan and being able to do certain things would count. I understand why Starfleet wouldn't accept that as solid evidence, because think about how long Spock and Captain Kirk have been working together. I mean, I get it. Even though Spock is a Vulcan and he wouldn't necessarily do anything to sabotage anything, I mean, you never know. He still has that human aspect in him, and that could potentially cause him to be illogical. So yes, I get it. As much as I would love to say just listen to Mr. Spock, I understand why we couldn't do that. But yeah, this one and the last one, I was kind of like, okay, we ended season 3 quite nicely. I'm happy for it. So again, guys, please let me know, because here's the thing. I'm reiterating what I said in the beginning. Technically, with all my talking before editing or doing anything with my videos, usually 2 episodes of Star Trek is like 2 hours for me. So for the animated stuff, with them only being like, I think 24 minutes or something like that, I can technically speed through it and just edit it down. I'm used to editing a 2-hour plus video anyway, so it's really not gonna be a big deal. So again, y'all let me know. I may need to put a poll up, although I feel like some of y'all are gonna be like, girl, we really just don't care. Do what you want to do. We love watching you anyway. So we'll see how that goes. To my lovely YouTube family, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and please hit the notification bell so that you guys know whenever I upload my next video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!